Hi everyone, it's Cindy A. Lewis. Thank you for joining me on my channel tonight. If you're new, I welcome you and I hope that you enjoy the video and that you'll consider subscribing. Just click that subscribe button and that little bell next to it, and that will notify you every time I upload a fun new video. Also, if you're part of my YouTube family already, welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight. We're going to do a fun project tonight and I can't wait to share it with you. We are ready to get started now. So I want to show you what we're going to make, and it's basically from Jessica, my friend at I'm a Cool Mom, and she sent me this fun ephemera folder, and she has a video on this, how to make it, and I'm going to show you how to make it, and then I'm going to show you how to miniaturize it. And I just love her. She's so great. She does a lot of junk journals and all kinds of fun crafts, and she's so sweet. She has a couple sweet kids and a fun family. So I'm going to link her YouTube channel below. She's also on Instagram and Facebook, but check out I'm a Cool Mom, and you'll see why I'm promoting her channel right now. But anyway, she sent me this cool gift in the mail. This is an ephemera folder that she made, and I want to show you, and we're going to learn how to make it. This is just one of the ones that she made, and it's just a fun little way to send some ephemera or a little note to a friend, like a pen pal, and use up our junk mail envelopes. Look at that, you guys, and just put a little fun thing in there. Okay, so she made these, and I have the measurements, and we're going to make one. I'm going to show you the one that I made. Now, if you are going to mail, like Jessica will tell you in her video, you don't want it to be too thick for the mail, because then it's just going to cost a whole lot more. But here I put a little envelope on the front of mine, and I did put some Velcro. And then on the inside, I made a pocket here, put some journaling cards, a little decoration here, a little sticker. And then this is one of my junk mail envelopes. And I just put it in here and covered it with some scrapbook papers. And there you go. It's so cute, and what a fun thing to do with pen pals or your friends or friend mail, whatever. So it's really fun, and I asked her if I could share the tutorial and I could share it on my channel. She said, yeah, go for it. So that's what I'm doing. So this is what we're going to do tonight. Let me scoot in and show you this miniature version that I made. So I made this miniature version. It's the same basic premise, where you open it up and you have little pockets. You can share stickers or a little tag here. Made a little double pocket. Here I made my own fake envelope. This is just a journaling card and another one cut to look like an envelope, and then I put a little message in there and stuck it inside. And there you go. So we're going to make these tonight. I'm going to show you how to make the large one and how to make the miniature one. And I'm going to give you the measurements. So what you'll need if you want to make it the way that I do is I use my cocoa dye ink pad to make the edges look vintage. If you want to curve your edges, you'll need some kind of corner rounder or a punch or your scissors. I use double stick tape a lot, or I use glue, which you could use whatever glue that you like to use. Zoom out a little bit. You'll need some, ephemera, die cuts, whatever you like. I have some of these miniature envelopes. They're the cutest things ever. So I have those as well. You'll need just whatever you have, just stickers. These are just stickers that I have. And then I also have some journaling cards, Tim Holtz journaling cards, and they're all kind of fun sizes and fun. So whatever you want. And then I have some junk mail envelopes. All right. You can use washi tape as well if you want to do that. Now, to make the large one, you need some scrapbook paper. So I'm gonna take some paper from this close knit. It's cardstock, so you do want cardstock. And I like this one, so I'm just gonna pull this one out. You can also use the little cards that you can cut out inside your papers. Let me show you real quick. Where are they at? Well, they were here just a moment ago. So you could cut any of these out and use these to stuff inside your little pockets or to create a pocket. So I'll just pull this out so I don't lose it again and pull that aside. All right, whatever papers you decide to use, you're going to cut you need a 12 by 12 to start out. And you needed to cut it 8 by 12 inches. So I want the 12 inches this way and 8 inches this way. And I could use this part here too. So I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to cut it 8 inches. So I want it to be 8 inches. And I'm going to line it up here. And I'm going to cut it. Okay, so now I have an 8 by 12 piece. Now, save this. You might want to use that for something. And as Jessica will tell you, you use all your scraps. And as I've told you before, you'll always use your scraps. Now, the next thing, if you don't have a scoring tool or a piece of scoring, you can just mark where the folds are supposed to be. And depending on how you fold your paper, it will either close this way or it will close this way. So it just depends on how you fold it, and I'll share that with you. All right, so lay your paper on if you have a trimmer with a scoring piece, you're gonna score at 4.5. So I'm gonna score at 4.5, and then you're gonna score at 9.5. So I do encourage you to watch Jessica's video too. All right, now you can see I have my fold lines. You can see those or not. And you'll just fold on those lines. Now, if you score the other way, your closure will be on the other side. So if you turn it over and you measure from this side 4.5, your closure will be on this side. Does that make sense? You see? All right. So depending on which way you score is the way that your flap will close. All right. So now I've got my folder for my 8 by 12. This is the large ephemera folder. So I'm going to put this aside and pull over my scrap paper that I use my blending on. And I'm just going to go around all the edges. Now, one thing that you can do, if you want, you can round the edges. Now, you don't have to do that. So I did that on that one. I'm not going to round the edges on this one. Just going to take my ink and I'm just going to go around the edges like this. On the fold, I'm also going to hit the fold to give it that vintage look like this, so you can see what a difference that makes. All right. So then next, that's really the basic part of making the folder. Then next you just want to decorate in the inside. Using up your junk mail envelopes like this one is perfect. And you can just put it inside like this and you just cover it. And then glue it down. So what I'm going to do with this one is I am going to glue some of my scrapbook paper on here. And I'm going to glue some on the flap or see if the white looks good. Okay, so I've pulled out 2 additional pieces. This is going to be for my flap. This is going to be for my envelope. I'm going to take my envelope. I'm going to cut out a piece that would fit it around, and I'm going to glue it on and cut around the inside. Okay, once you cover your envelope, then you'll just do the same vintage look around the edges. So just take your whatever you're using and go around the edges to distress, or not really distress, but give that vintage look to your edges. All right, so now I have my envelope all done, and you're not going to see the back of it, so I don't have to do anything with that. So I'm just going to decide, do I want the flap to open this way, or do I want the flap to open inside? And that's completely up to you. I don't know if you can see that very well. So do I want the flap to open outside, or do I want it to open inside? I think I'm going to go outside. Now you could make this a pocket also if you wanted to do that. I think I'm just going to use the pocket here. So I'm going to glue down my envelope. So I'm just going to take it, put my glue on it, and put it down. Just like that. All right, so now we have one part done, and I can slide in a journaling card or anything. I don't know if that'll fit, that's kind of big. Not that one. That'll fit in there. And this is just, what if I just wanted to send this to someone and bless them, right? So it'd be a cool little blessing, you know, fun pen pal mail. All right, the next part is to make a pocket. At least that's one thing that you can do. One thing that Jessica did on mine, she did the envelope and a pocket that closed like that. On some others that she made, she put a pocket envelope at the top. And I really like that idea. So I'm going to use this one and make another pocket at the top. But I am going to put this cocoa ink around there, edges, and I'm going to be able, I want to be able to open it and put something in it, like a little note. So I do want to be able to do this and close it. So I'm going to take that. Now I could make it a double pocket, but again, if you're going to mail this, you don't want it too thick. So I'm just going to glue that down. And you can kind of see you're just making some little pockets, little tags. All right. Now, if you want to, you can take some washi, like maybe this one, and some little birds to go with my flowers here. Let me zoom that in just a little bit so you can see a little bit better. There you go. I'm just going to take this piece of washi to hold my envelope closed. So just do this like that. All right. So now I need a pocket here. Now I can make it with some of these papers, which is a great idea. So I just have to see how wide do I want my pocket. And I'm going to cut my pocket a little shorter than this space. So I'm take my paper, or my cutter over here, and just cut a piece. Let's see. Okay, so I cut a piece of the scrapbook paper that was for the top of my envelope, and I'm going to put it here. And I'm going to use double stick tape to put this down. Of course, you can put whatever you want around the edges to make your pocket, because we're making a pocket. So I'm going to take this. Now you can make it thicker if you want to, but again, the idea is to share this folder with someone, so you don't want to make it too thick if you're going to mail it. If you're going to include it in like a little pack of things that you're giving someone, then you may want to put a little more in it. Now I have my pocket here. So what I want to put are some things inside this, maybe a note, some ephemera. You know, I've got some really fun pieces Maybe this piece would be fun because it would stick out. You know, I can just stick it in there. And then maybe a journaling card or two, just stick those in there. And then I've got a fun little treat. And then what I should do is take maybe, I have, let's see, here I have some real fun stickers that I could just put in the top up there to go inside my little envelope up here. I could just put some stickers in there. That would be a fun treat to find. And then what I could do also is just take my, let me see, this fun washi, and just put this down. And then I could even write a note and say, you know, hey, thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for being my friend, you know, just something fun. So I've got these stickers and I can just add them to this side here and just decorate it up a little bit. Okay, so once you've decorated the inside and put what you wanted in your pockets and your envelope, then you need to put a closure on the front. You could use anything that you want to, but you just want to put something that goes well with your design. So it can be anything. It could be one of these from your paper pad. So I like this heart. So since this is hearts, I'm going to cut this heart out and make that my closure. And in order to make your closure, you're only going to put glue on half of your whatever you choose, you know, whatever, you know, piece you choose, journaling card or whatever. So I'm gonna put that down there, and then there you go. How fun is that? An ephemera folder. I love it. Thank you, Jessica, for such a great idea. Now I've taken it a little bit further, and I'm gonna show you how to make a tiny one. So this is an 8 by 12 piece of paper, okay? And the folds are on 4.5 and 9.5 inches. You can see that? All right. So for the mini one, the mini ephemera folder, this is a 4 by 8 sheet of paper. So you could take from pieces of your same scrapbook paper, or if you have a small pad and you want to use that. So I have a small pad and I could just take one of these. This is a 6 by 8 and I can just use one of these as my design. Maybe this one. This is really pretty. So if I use that, then I need to cut this to be 4 by 8. So this is 8 inches this direction. And I'm gonna cut it to 4. Now I'm not sure if anybody else has done this size, but this is the size that I created today. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, before I take that away, we're going to, let me scoot back just a little. We're going to take this paper and we're going to score it. Okay, we're going to score this one at 2.5 inches and 5 3/4. So I'm going to go to 2.5 and I'm going to score there. And then I'm going to come over here to 5 3/4 and I'm going to score it there. All right. Then you want to fold your little mini album, and there you go. There's your little miniature ephemera folder. Now this one I am going to take, excuse the arm reach, I am going to take my little corner rounder and just round all these edges. I just like the different looks that you can achieve if you round the edge or if you don't. So I've got little papers everywhere. Remember to go around your edges and make your paper look vintage. All right, once you're done with that, then again, you're going to decorate the inside. Now this is miniature, so you're going to use miniature things to decorate. So I've got my paper here that I had left over. I also have some paper from my other cuttings. So anything little would be great. This is really pretty too. It's all flowers, so that works. So making a pocket is part of this so that you can put things inside your ephemera folder. And since this is a mini one, you're going to have a mini pocket. So let's just say we don't want to use the same, of course. So maybe we'll just make a mini pocket with this paper. So I'm going to cut a little piece to go in here. Okay, so I made a tiny little pocket here, and I can make a tiny tag. So we can do that, or we could use a piece of this journaling card and make a little tag here, or we could just put some other things in there. It just depends on what you want and what fits. So say this one may fit better as long as it doesn't stick out. So there we go. And so if I want it to look aged, of course, want to give it some of this pretty cocoa dye ink. So we'll just stick that in there. And then maybe some stickers. I have some really pretty ones that I like that barely fit in the miniature. So let's see if we can find, like this is a real pretty one. Could stick that one in there. And if you were going to send this to someone, you'd want it to be just right for that personality or just for fun. So I've got all these big ones. These are really fun stickers. Let's see what we got that would fit on my mini. So for this side, instead of an envelope, I'm gonna make a fold out. So I cut a piece of scrapbook paper that is actually measures 5 inches by 3.5 inches, and I'm going to fold it in half. And then I'm going to glue it down, and it's going to open out like this. Now I want to trim these corners so that they look like the other ones. And I'm going to glue it down, and it folds out. And then that way there's a little place where you can write, or you can stick something in there and just put a little note. So I'm going to glue that down instead of an envelope, just to show you a different thing that you could do. I'm just going to glue that down like that, because we don't want the fold to be affected, right? So then when you open it, you can open that out like that. So what I'm going to do, make sure I have my glue down really well, and I'm going to just take maybe a little note card like this that I have, just using things I have, you guys, and maybe you have or can create your own. And I'll just write a little note on here, which I'm not going to do right now, and then I'm going to just glue that down. And put it right here. And then maybe I'll take another sticker or two and put that in there. And then the next thing that I need to do is my closure on the outside. So you could just take any of your ephemera, anything that you have. Let's see, does the blue look good with it? No. Well, it probably does, but no. It's not the look I like. No. Let me see what I can find. Okay, so I found something I liked. So I put that on the outside, and I've made my little tiny mini ephemera folder. So the mini ephemera folder, or you can make the regular size ephemera folder. Isn't that fun? Thank you, Jessica, so much for the ideas and everything. I just really enjoyed making these, and I hope that my friends will enjoy them as well. They're just such fun, and just what a great pen pal gift or thing to send in the mail, friend mail. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this craft, this DIY project, and that you'll go and check out I'm a Cool Mom. I've linked her information below, and that you'll use some of your supplies, your junk mail envelopes, your ephemera, and things that you have. You can even just use, you know, cutouts out of books or magazines or whatever you have, and make some really cute little things to share with your friends. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. You'll give it a thumbs up. You'll comment, share, and subscribe, because I really appreciate all those comments, and I try to keep up with them. It's so much fun getting to know you. And don't forget, on Friday, we're doing the TGIF May giveaway, and we're going to be giving away a card making kit. So go and check out last Friday's video for the entry to enter, and thanks for watching.